On April 5, 2025, the United States, under President Donald Trump, implemented a new tariff regime. This sent shockwaves through the global economy. The new policy introduced a blanket 10% tariff on all goods entering the US from foreign nations. This initial wave was just the beginning. From April 9, 2025, the US initiated a system of reciprocal tariffs. This means the US would levy import duties equal to the rates other countries impose on American exports. These tariffs have significant implications for India, a nation deeply integrated into the global trade network. India, like many other nations, now faces the challenge of navigating this new protectionist landscape. The immediate impact is a 26% tariff on Indian goods entering the US, a rate determined by America's calculation of existing Indian tariffs on US products. This new trade environment presents both challenges and opportunities for the Indian economy. While a 26% tariff might seem daunting, it is crucial to understand the broader context. India's reciprocal tariff rate is actually among the lowest compared to other major economies. China faces a hefty 54% tariff, while Vietnam contends with 46%. Even the European Union faces a 20% rate. This relative advantage positions India favorably in the new trade order. However, this does not mean India escapes unscathed. The direct impact on Indian exports to the US is undeniable. Key sectors like gems, jewelry, and textiles, which heavily rely on the American market, are bracing for a potential downturn. The challenge for India lies in mitigating the negative impacts on these industries, while capitalizing on the relative advantage its lower tariff rates offer. Initial assessments suggest that the impact on India's overall GDP due to the reciprocal tariffs will be minimal, estimated at around a 0.19% decrease. However, the story doesn't end there. The average Indian household can expect an annual negative impact of approximately Rs 2,396.28 due to these tariffs. This highlights how global trade policies can trickle down to affect the everyday lives of citizens. Furthermore, the US has imposed an additional 27% tariff on certain Indian goods, separate from the reciprocal tariffs. This additional levy could potentially shave off another 0.2% from India's GDP growth and lead to a 10% decline in exports to the US. The sectors most vulnerable to these tariffs are those that are labor-intensive, like textiles. A decline in exports could affect domestic demand and further impact GDP growth. The current situation presents India with a unique set of challenges and opportunities. While the tariffs pose a threat, India's relatively lower rates, robust domestic demand, and lesser reliance on exports compared to other nations provide a degree of resilience. This scenario allows India to position itself competitively, potentially attracting investments and capturing market share from countries facing higher tariffs. However, the broader global implications are concerning. Trump's protectionist policies have ignited fears of a global trade war. The European Union and China have already threatened countermeasures, and multilateral institutions like the World Trade Organization are grappling with the fallout. This situation underscores the interconnectedness of the global economy and the need for collaborative solutions to navigate these choppy waters.